Hey guys, tonight we're diving deep into a tale that's been keeping me up at night. You probably won't survive this. Just kidding. Maybe you will. Anyway, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Also, hey, where in the world are you? What time is it there? Post your location and the current time in the comments so I can read them during tonight's stream. Now dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let us ease into tonight's journey together. Welcome to Bedtime History, the only show that brings you history's most terrifying tales right before bed. In tonight's episode, we'll meet some seriously formidable queens who put European diplomats in their place. When Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba heard the Portuguese were looking to expand their empire into her lands, she wasn't having it. After outsmarting a delegation sent by the King of Portugal in 1624, Nzinga solidified her reputation as an intelligent and cunning ruler. Ever since she was little, Nzinga had prepared herself for leadership. She learned to ride horses and shoot guns and collected many European weapons that would later prove useful against the Portuguese. When the Portuguese ambassador arrived, asking for permission to set up a trading post on her land, she tricked him by making him wait for days while she pretended to be ill. Once she met with him, she sent him back empty-handed after using clever tactics to make him appear ridiculous. To this day, she is remembered as a symbol of resistance against colonialism. Across the ocean in the Ottoman Empire, another formidable woman sat on the throne, Queen Isabella I of Castile and Leon. When the Spanish crown offered her a marriage proposal in 1469, she made them work hard to earn it. Although the union of the crowns of Castile and Aragon had been a common desire since the 13th century, Isabella made Ferdinand work hard to win her hand. Historians still argue whether she used her power over Ferdinand or vice versa. But one thing is for sure, they ruled together until Isabella's death in 1504. Under their rule, Spain became a major player in world affairs, and they completed the Reconquista, driving the Moors from the Iberian Peninsula. While those two queens negotiated their kingdoms, another queen, Queen Amanirenas of Kush, faced an unexpected visitor, Roman diplomat Diogenes of Gades. He arrived in Sudan in 24 BC, hoping for peaceful negotiations. But Amanirenas was hot on his tail. She was ready to conquer Egypt, and she wasn't in the mood for pleasantries. During a battle over control of the Egyptian city of Syene, she captured Diogenes and demanded gold, incense, and other goods, as well as the return of any loot her army had lost. Diogenes agreed to all of her demands, but he never returned with the promised gifts. Instead, he tried to bribe her with perfumes and jewelry, hoping she wouldn't notice the absence of the other items on his list. But Amanirenas was enfooled and chased him out of her kingdom without a single shred of diplomacy. Even though historians debate the exact details of the meeting, they all agree that Queen Amanirenas stood firm and refused to accept anything less than what she asked for. In the heart of Africa, Queen Idia the first of Benin, didn't have to deal with Europeans, but she certainly held her own against them. While serving as the regent of Benin from 1473 to 1480, Idia successfully defended her son's kingdom against the Portuguese. The Portuguese had tried for years to control the powerful Benin Empire, but they kept getting turned away thanks to Idia's skills as a diplomat and warrior. Despite the odds stacked against her, Idia led Benin to prosperity and power, and today she is remembered as a symbol of African strength and resilience. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away, Queen Isabella of Quito was also fighting for her people's survival. In 1567, the Spanish crown sent a delegation to Quito in modern-day Ecuador to demand gold in exchange for religious freedom. But Isabella wasn't about to give up her people's beliefs so easily. When the Spanish officials arrived, Isabella invited them to a feast where she served them a special dish made with Christian symbols. She explained that she had chosen this meal because she knew what importance you gave to these objects. Then she went on to tell them about how the Spanish had treated native peoples, using stories of conquistadors who had robbed and murdered indigenous populations. With her mind, Isabella turned the tables on the Spanish and refused to give in to their demands. She held strong against them until her death in 1572, and the Spanish eventually recognized the strength of her people. Throughout history, these 5 queens prove that they don't need a man to lead them. They held their own in negotiations with European diplomats, sometimes coming out on top and sometimes refusing to back down even when the odds were stacked against them. If you enjoyed this episode, then you'll love our show on the most badass women in ancient history. So click here to keep learning about history's greatest legends. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you slept well and learned something new. Don't forget to join me next time for more adventures in history. Oh, and remember that crocodile dung sunscreen I told you about? Well, turns out it's a hoax. There's no evidence that ancient Mayans used it. And while crocodile dung has some antiseptic properties, it would have probably caused more irritation than protection from the sun. Oops. Anyway, it's getting late and I want you to know that I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. It means the world to me that you spend your valuable time watching me ramble about history. And I hope that you found something valuable here, something that's enriched your life or helped you see the world in a new way. You know, sometimes I lie awake at night worrying about the state of the world, wondering if humanity is headed for greatness or total annihilation. But then I think about all of you kind, intelligent, curious people out there, and I feel a glimmer of hope. You inspire me to be a better storyteller and a better person, so thank you for everything. Thank you for listening to my silly jokes, for putting up with my occasional weirdness, and for being part of this crazy journey we call life together. And now I want you to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let all the tension of the day melt away. Imagine yourself in a peaceful meadow surrounded by lush green grass, colorful wildflowers, and the gentle sounds of nature. Feel the warm sunshine on your skin and the soft breeze rustling through the leaves. Listen to the birds singing their sweet songs and the butterflies fluttering nearby. Take a moment to appreciate the beauty around you and the peacefulness of this moment. Let go of any worries or stress you may be feeling and allow yourself to relax. As you drift off to sleep, know that I'm sending you all my love and appreciation. Rest well, my friends, and until next time, sweet dreams.